Did you know that the number one country song in America in 1993 was about statutory grape? And nobody seemed to care. These are the lyrics. I went to work for her that summer, a teenage kid so far from home. She was a lonely, widowed woman, hell bent to make it on her own. We were 1,000 miles from nowhere, wheat fields as far as I could see. Both needed something from each other, not knowing yet what that might be. Till she came to me one evening, hot cup of coffee and a smile, wearing a dress that I was certain she hadn't wore in quite a while. There was a difference in her laughter, there was a softness in her eyes, and on the air there was a hunger even a boy could recognize. Now, the second verse is worse, but here's the chorus. She had a need to feel the thunder, chase the lightning from the sky, to watch a storm with all its wonder raging in her lover's eyes. She had to ride the heat of passion like a comet burning bright, rushing headlong in the wind out where only dreams have been, burning both ends of the night. Burning both ends of the night. That means you up real early and you going to bed real late. Like he was working her farm or her land all day and was getting it in with that grown woman all night. All right. That summer wind was all around me, nothing between us but the night. When I told her that I'd never, she softly whispered, "That's all right." Does that not sound like a predator? Like that's exactly what a predator would say. Trying to convince the kid that that's all right. And at the beginning of the song, it said a teenage kid real far from home. A kid, we can speculate about the age. If he just would have said teenager, we could have rounded up and said maybe 16, 17. But teenage kid, that got me thinking between 13 or 15. So imagine if it was a man with a girl between that age. Let's just say she's 14, and she tried with hesitation, she tried to tell him, "I've never done this before," and he leaned in and softly whispered to her, "That's all right." Number one country song in America at one point. Goes on to saying, I washed her hands of leather, turned into velvet, and a touch. There's never been a summer where I've ever learned so much. Well, I bet. The chorus repeats instead of she had the need to feel the thunder, is we had the need to feel the thunder. The verse of the song where the beat kind of drops and it slows down a little bit. I often think about that summer, the sweat, the moonlight, and the lace. I have rarely held another when I haven't seen her face. Let that one sink in now. There's a lot of women who have had experiences where they were, were assaulted in that type of way when they were younger, and it stays with them to the point to where they grow up, they get older, they can get in relationships, they can get in healthy relationships, they can even get married and have children. But every now and then, their husband may touch them in a certain way that reminds them of what happened to them. So it's like they're never normal. Like that's basically saying, when he said I've rarely held another when I haven't seen her face, that's basically saying that she imprinted on this boy. He's changed for life off of this experience. He can't. It's always going to be there, even when he's in a normal, healthy adult relationship. That's there. Like, think about that from a standpoint. If it was male on female. Think about it. Everybody was okay with this. Whatever women do, it's okay. It's fine. And every time I pass a wheat field and watch it dancing in the wind, although I know it isn't real, I just can't help but feel those hungry arms again. Number one country song in America by Garth Brooks, arguably the most famous country singer ever. If you don't even know country, if you don't even listen to country, you know who Garth Brooks is. This just floated by, and I can honestly say I heard it 20 times before I really even caught it. Cause like with the poetry of music, you could just float certain things out there and people listen to it and don't really take in what they're hearing. And it's a lot of songs like this. This one is probably the worst, but there's a lot of songs like this in a lot of different genres. But country, when it comes to this kind of stuff, country kind of has a little special thing going on. Every genre has their own little things about it that's like that you raise an eyebrow to. But yeah, country kind of does this. And a lot of people don't know about this song at this point. It's been 30 years, early 90s country. Unless you really listen to country, you're not gonna know about this song. But it was a hit. And again, it's another reason how and why the the woman of today can get away with anything and everything. It could be put right there in a song, a situation like that, and then nobody criticizes it, nobody thinks about it. We have just got to the point very recently where the teachers who are doing essentially what this woman did in the song, they're being prosecuted, but with a smack on the wrist compared to what it would be if it was a man. But I just wanted to put this out there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We out of here. Peace.